Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome on back, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. Premarket. Let's have a great midweek prep, see what we could find. Some nice move overnight. I know Austin found a long. I thought about it. I hesitated for literally 2 minutes because I had just gotten to the desk. I barely saw the damn thing. Somewhere along here, and she's moving higher. We'll get into that in just a second. But any questions you got, any markups you want some feedback on, I can go try to find it from yesterday. But hopefully, maybe not the bottom, but hopefully we can find some nice longs today. It's looking like it might want to be that. Luigi, what's up? Good morning. So, I mean, you look at the end of yesterday, we fell back down. If you guys were with us on ASFX TV, that's where we're going to be streaming today, as we do every day. At the open, we're going to shift over to there. It's free. You can look at the link in my bio if you guys want to join. But we were above the overnight view up. We could put that back on of what it did look like yesterday. This black view up. Very overextended, very bearish overnight, saying that's going to be a tough buy. I mean, just trend is taking out all of these levels. That's a tough buy. But it was bullish since the open. So where does it want to go to? Did we retrace the entire move and go back to yesterday's high? Damn. I'd be damn if it does. That'd be crazy. But it always is an option, of course. But surprise, surprise, it just formed its lower high. Had to form a lower high somewhere, you figured, and then it fell back down, back in the direction of trends. That's why it's a little sketchy taking the longs up there, because the trend actually isn't bullish. So it ended up falling back down. But now, since overnight, we did take out yesterday's low because it continued that momentum overnight to the close. New low a day. We're still just now kind of breaking for a new high there. But I think longs could be on the table today. Maybe this is the bottom-ish setting in to see some higher lows come in, starting to turn, and we keep rising back bullish, right? Not fighting structure. But we'll see how the open wants to come in. Nice loft here in the morning. Like I said, I like the longs off that overnight view up. I saw it for like a minute because I just got into the desk, and then she was gone for what I liked. I don't know if I even have it marked up. No, it was lit on these two consolidation candles. Can't even make it up. I'm watching it here saying, oh, yeah, I actually can get a good stop like below these, at least this structure. And then before you know it, she's up there. I'm not going to chase it up there now. So we missed that. But I don't really trade pre-market anyways. But that was ASFX TV yesterday. I think some people were finding longs at the open because you can't deny it was very bullish. But when it comes back down into trend in the afternoon, I think there was this short I took to make my money back because I took a stupid ass long trying to just chase the drift higher, saying I sometimes miss the boat on these drifting ones because it's just so clearly bullish. It's just buyers. Just get in before they keep going. And it just never seems to work when I get involved. That it's actually not a bullish day. There's our lower high back into trend, which I was seeing and which I was liking. So when we got below New York the first time, all right, maybe sellers taking it. Buyers couldn't really take New York back, maybe inducing one last shot at longs because they're going to hold New York here and then trade it back lower. So scalp some of that back to make back the early loss on the longs, which I could have closed for a small win or whatever, but not a whole lot of follow through. But that was yesterday, pretty uneventful. There was actually some shorts in the afternoon that aren't bad at all. You look at this new low of day, there's some low of day view up breaks in here, and I think even over here. Yeah, if you're trading later in the afternoon, low of day VWAP, wait for sellers to take that out. You got a break with a stop loss above structure. It survives. Makes a nice new low. So not the worst day. So like we said, if you go to ASFX TV, that's what we'll be hopping over at the open, about 40 minutes or so. We got today's stream. I got to schedule the rest of this week's. We got 40 minutes. And we're going to hop over here. Like I said, the link's in my bio. You can go to ASFX TV. It's going to be free if you just use code FIRST. But Zach's new course is out there this week, Monday. So hopefully you guys are watching that, studying up on that. He'll be live today as well in the afternoon. So lots going on today as we do in the midweek. But no news today, right? Wednesday, PMI after the open. Trump speaking at 1. All right. Got to reset my computer before we go on ASFX TV. I meant to do it pre-market, slow as shit. But you just see this nice retest. Right to this overnight view up, and you're getting some nice lift here, pre-market. Very, very nice. Spectre, what's up? Good morning. Nice to see you again. But that was really it yesterday. And then I think, like I said today, going to stick with the longs until we get some breaks below view up. We could put on a yesterday's New York. How's that looking? Might still be below that. It's just slightly below yesterday's New York view up. So we'll see if we could break through that. Do we reject off that and come back down? This is all on NQ, but ES just the same. nice higher lows, but really where we started the day, changeover of day, right there. So right back to where we started. But I can't help but see these like potential higher lows on the bottom. But it did actually take out yesterday's low. So there could be a chance this day wants to be bearish based off of like the stats of an outside bar day. But we shall see. 15 minutes moving quite nicely to the downside. Reading some stuff on Twitter this morning. But anyone have a great day yesterday? Slow day, flat day, big red? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. What is my feed? A lot of financial juice. There was something earlier about the shutdown costing like 10 to 30 billion a day for the economy, it thinks. Yeah. Lasted 36 days, longest in U.S. history. Analysts estimate each week of gridlock cost the economy 10 to 30 bill. If we end filibuster, it'll be impossible to beat GOP. I'm just gonna trade the VWAP. How's the daily looking since yesterday? Let's see. I'll look at even today. Where could we potentially move back to? We got a new started month, obviously in November. October's VWAP, we were holding that nicely here. Potentially could still act as support this month. Not something I look too deeply in. And get rid of these drawings. How's YM doing? Oh boy. Look at these spikes. I mean, that's just, how do you trade this? But looking the same. Holding above its VWAPs. You guys probably hear us say it on stream all the time. The top one sale for the Ignite accounts is going away on Monday. So, like we said last week, to do it. So, if you need an account, if you like the Ignite accounts, I did put out a YouTube video yesterday about them. I had made one in the past, but this one's now without the consistency score or without the ESS, which confused everybody. So now it's just back to the consistency, but just breaking that down. So if you want to learn more about that, it's on my YouTube. But also, top one sale ends on Monday. But there will be a good one after that, as there always is. They're always helping us out. If you need an account with them to finish out this week, like I said, probably on Monday. If you buy 5 accounts, that's the most you can copy trade with the instant fundeds right now. That will be going away. But if you do buy 5, let's say you even get 3, try to hold them until Thanksgiving. Take them to payout by Thanksgiving or still have them by Thanksgiving, right? You don't want to be cycling through a cycle of 3 or 5 copied accounts every single week. Maybe one week it'll happen, right? You pushed it really hard, didn't work out, but don't just do that week after week. If you're buying them at the beginning of November, give yourself to the end of November to try to make some nice momentum on it. That's 3 weeks. You got to make 3K. It's $1,000 a week. And you guys all trade pretty much every day. So that's 5 days. You don't need to make a whole lot on one given day, right? You don't need to frame it that you're going to make 1,000 every week, but it really makes it a little bit more bite size of like, why am I rushing? Why am I trying to make $2,000 this week and take the payout by next Tuesday? That sounds great, but it's better than going too fast and just blowing the accounts, having to buy more. Fear index is down at like 21. People are tripping out. I'm chilling. I think we will go higher. Yeah, when everyone starts freaking out, just buy the dips. I mean, it's going to be a tough day to love the longs in terms of what could be better of just trading bullish yesterday. We come in today, we trade long again. Those are the best and easiest days. This might be the day where it turns back bullish. I'm not saying it's going to be bad or hard, but we are well below that lower high from yesterday's high. So the longs just aren't going to look as like pretty, but they could still work for sure. We'll just trade on the right side of VWAP, not chase nothing, see what the maybe 10 o'clock news wants to do. But other than that, just trade the New York VWAP and this overnight. But something to look at is that previous day's New York above us on both of these. Let's put it on ES as well. Right at it. So if we break through that, look for some retests. For sure. What is this? Has anyone watched Zach's course over the Monday, Tuesday? I do have an update coming to mind because we have what, a month. I think it's like 3 weeks. Let's go 3.5 weeks to do an update. It's not a competition, but Zach's is 23 chapters, nice and healthy chapters. He gets right up in there. I introduced myself in a chapter, so he's got 23 legitimate chapters. We got to get at least to 20 here. Add 4. I want to add like an hour plus, because it is not outdated, but it is due for an update. An addition. We're not going to change nothing. We're just going to add stuff to it. So that'll be on the way. So if you sign up for Apex TV, you get free access to that. You get it all. Keep going back over chapters, so I haven't finished it yet. Yeah, I mean, whether it's mine or Austin's or Zach's, anything, you're going to have to watch it more than once, especially if it's something completely new to you. You're going to have to watch it multiple times, and that's fine. And you can see on the bottom of the screen, we got our Futures Boot Camp in May. So that's almost half sold out, right? Yeah, there's about 10 plus speakers, over 40 tickets sold, and it's not even 2026 yet. So I think you can still get a discount now. If you buy it now, the early bird tickets are still on sale. The link's down below. It's in the description of all of my socials or anything you need, but it's going to be a fun time. I know many of you guys are already coming. A lot of people on Apex TV said they were coming, which is great to see, because I remember we did it in Dallas, and then we did it in Tampa again. Dallas was very heavily ASFX, obviously, and so was Tampa. Dallas was solely that, but Tampa as well. It's like, oh, you're so and so. I read your name every day. I have no idea what you looked like. Nice to meet you. Like, it's just crazy meeting you guys. All the markups are from ES2. In mine, Luigi? Probably. It probably was. I think NQ was literally like a January 1st thing last year, because I started watching it in December and being like, oh, there's some nice opportunities here. So yeah, that's probably true. I'll add some NQ markups for you guys. I still suck, but I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for the courses. You don't suck. You just got room for improvement. But nice. Yeah, give it time. Just go through the courses, tune into the live streams. Like I said, I tweeted it. Did I tweet it this morning? Hopefully. Oh, yes, I did. That copying someone's trade is not going to make you consistent. Understanding why they take them will. And that's the whole point of it. Even this stream, the Futures 2.0, Zach's strategy, he's not going to just hand you signals, because then what happens on Friday when he's not streaming? You're just not going to trade. So you want to understand why they're in this setup, and you take it with them, because you understand it, you understand the risk, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and you take it together. And then you still learn while you're doing that, rather than just being like, okay, I'll just take whatever he takes. It's not sustainable. It's not self-sufficient. So the whole idea is go through the courses, understand them. You're not going to maybe understand everything, but then you tune into the streams every single day. You'll get more reps with it. You can ask questions every day if you are confused by it, right? Rather than just watching it and then we never speak again, you could ask questions from it every single day. Would you call that a legit double bottom today? Double bottom today or what? Not something I really look at. All I say is buyers are in control. We're above that overnight VWAP. It is pre-market. We got 30 minutes until the open, but buyers are in control until they really don't get above this 810 level on ES. It's a new high a day too here pre-market. So I'm gonna lean long until shorts come in. Because right now buyers are in. Right when you're at that level, you know a move's gonna happen one way or another from here. It popped back in because it was above the overnight. Or we could, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call this a double bottom because it's not anywhere near equal lows. If anything, there was almost like equal lows yesterday. I think it was maybe here on NQ. I don't even use that either, but like just saying down here, oh, double bottom. We're going to skyrocket. It popped from there, but trend ultimately stepped back in and moved down. So not something I just marry heavily. I see it as we're above the overnight VWAP. We had this low. Sellers tried to take the overnight and make another lower low, but failed. So now we actually have a higher low. Maybe this is the turn of heading back bullish. I just look at it as a higher low, which could be just as bullish looking as saying there's a double bottom down there. Either way, some support. Got another YouTube video going up today, as always. So we got a full week of streams. AceFX TV, like I said, Zach's course is now out. So hopefully you guys will watch it in bite-sized chunks. They're like 15 minutes a chapter, which isn't a lot. I mean, you guys probably watch YouTube videos worth 15 minutes. So watch 3 at a time, 4 at a time. Dedicate an hour, and then you'll get through it in a couple sessions. If you want to trade like him. It's not for everybody. It's not how I trade. But if you've been watching his streams, because he's killing it, he's got his own identity and his own style. Here it is. He uses totally different things than I do. And Austin. So if you want to look inside of his brain, here it is. If you like my brain, here's mine. And we'll be doing an update to my brain here. Like I said, by December 1st, that's when we're going to release it. I'm going to release it because it's not done, but also because Zach just came out. Let's digest that, go through that, learn that, and then boom, I'll hit you with another one rather than stacking it back-to-back days. But let me trade my top 1 accounts today. I got my Ignite accounts and my instant fundeds. Probably trade the instant fundeds because I care about those first, more so. And then we'll trade the Ignites. I usually say, like, if it's not a setup I love, it's all right, it's good. I'll trade the Ignite account. If I love it, put it on the real ones, or they're all real, but put it on the instant funded because I care about those accounts more. But we'll be trading that on stream. And like I said, I put out this video yesterday on the Ignite accounts. Fairly simple, but you never know. Try to help you guys as much as possible. No more ESS score. It's a consistency rule, but it's lower than 20%. It's 15% now. So if you're trading a 50K Ignite, don't make more than $375 a day. All right? The size of your losses don't matter. It's just a matter of keeping your wins within 15%. So if you want to take a payout at $2,500, don't make more than $375. And you can copy trade 6. And like I said, through the grapevine, it is going away on Monday. The Ignite accounts are going away. They'll probably be back in the new year. Won't lie to you. They'll probably be back, but they are going away. They're $180 right now. And the instant fundeds are 55% off. If you use my code, you get extra 5. But you can copy trade 5. That's also going away. The ability to copy 5. But if you buy it now and it goes away, you'll still be able to do it. You just can't buy it later. So if you do want to maximize on it, buy more accounts to max out, do it by Monday, all right? There's my warning. There's my warning. Not a whole lot of move here. How the stock's going to do this morning? Let's see. Apple's going to be flat. Nvidia, slight gap up. Microsoft's flat. Google's slightly up. Meta's pretty flat. Pretty flat. Tesla's going to gap up. They're pretty uneventful. I guess after earnings, you're not going to find as big of a gap. So take that with a grain of salt as well. We're above the overnight, but we're still below yesterday's New York. So let's see if we could find longs down here at this overnight view up again. Rather than chase longs into this view up and potentially get smacked with resistance, trade it at this view up. Trade it up there. How you doing? What do we got? Oh, yeah. Did it take a hit? I didn't see. What, bad earnings? So I have it on my Twitter. You guys are either on Twitter or on YouTube right now, but if you go to my tree here, my tree, every link that you need. So here's the streaming link. Code first will be put in for you, AceFX TV, but the boot camp. So I do have it in there. So if you want to join the boot camp, tickets are on sale now, May 14th and 15th. I know it's very far away, but it's going to sell out. So want to let you know before they do. So it's 2 days, whole bunch of speakers. You can actually split up your payments with Klarna. I mean, holy shit. Look at that lineup. And if you got word, oh, for the right amount of money, I might leak the keynote speaker. Because holy shit. That, like, whatever tickets are left after we announce that, they're gone. They're gone. So that's going to be super exciting. But all the questions are answered here. If you guys are interested in coming, I know, like I said, I know it's far away, but we'll just keep reminding you before they sell out. Like I said, you can split up the payments, I think, into 4. Yeah. Yeah. How much was it? How much was the boot camp or the Ignite accounts? Let's check. 900, and then I think if you use AceFX, get like $20 off, 25. So it's 872. You can split it up. Klarna, 4 inches free payments of 218, and it's in May, so you'll slowly but surely pay that shit off easily for 2 full days with a whole room of 100 traders. This was last year's. It's gonna be twice the size. There's my head. Randy will be there again. Anyone else? Anyone else? I gotta know people from the back of their head. I think Frank's coming again. Frank's in the BSC. Christine's there. I don't know if she's coming. I think so. You never know. There's James Aries. He might be coming. Who knows? But super pumped. It'll be really great. Like I said, twice the size, twice or 3 times the amount of speakers. This isn't even all of them. I think last year it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and Isaac and Joey, 6. And now we got like 12. It's gonna be nuts. Same hotel, same everything. There I am. It's gonna be a whole different screen, bigger stage because there's more speakers. And it's gonna be in May, so it's gonna be nice weather. I'm gonna stay there for a couple days. James will be there. That's the biggest selling point. If you guys know James from South Africa, first time coming to America, so we got to show him a good time. All right, we got to show him all that Tampa has to offer. Austin always likes to speak about it, that Tampa's got the most strip clubs per capita or something, per square mile. I don't know. Seems like an odd place to have that. You know, it's not like Atlanta or anywhere but there. Maybe Vegas. But either way, got to get some payouts. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pressure you guys. If you want to come, great. Love to meet you. If you don't, that's fine too. Not going to force anyone to spend money they don't have. But the only counter argument I'll say, and it's not a bad answer, Spectre, for sure. You do you. But a lot of time we hear that, it's like, oh, I'll just get the payout and then I'll do this. Or I'll just get the payout and then I'll do this. Or then I'll get a couple payouts and then I'll do this. But what if it's the opposite? Like, if I do these things, they'll help me get a payout. You know, I'm not pressuring you or anybody, but we do hear that a lot for like anything of like the stream, even of like, I'll take a payout and then I'll buy the stream. It's like, how are you going to take the payout if it hasn't been working out? Let's learn to get better, take payouts. That's going to pay us back for what we just invested. You know what I mean? First of all, hi, what up? How are you? But I understand. Who put this banner on the bottom of my stream? I didn't run that. The hell does that say? Join Austin? Fuck out of here. Get that out of here. This guy. No, you're good, Spectre. Just a fair counter argument that I hear it all the time when people are gonna wait to do things until they get a payout or reach some success. But it's like if the success isn't happening yet, maybe other things need to be added to help the chances of it. It's like I'll take a payout and then I'll invest into education. It's like, how's the education? How are we gonna take the payout with no education? Let's invest in the education to help our odds like taking a payout. But then also on the other side of it, people can't maybe afford it, so that's obviously fine. Whether it's us or anyone, I'm just saying try not to get in that habit of thinking that of like I'll just find success and then I'll invest into myself. Invest into yourself to find the success. I was watching one of those Alex Ramosi clips that fucking shows up every day. And I don't do a good job at it or the best job, but he says he pays anything and everything. And he's got the money now, of course, but to get into any room, if he thinks he can learn something and pick someone's brain, he'll pay to get in that room. It's just tuition to learn and get better and help him make more money, which is the same thing as these boot camps, but also the streams, the community, anything. It's like it sucks in the beginning, but then you'll see the return from it, hopefully. And also, it's just a great networking event. My question is on what ground you marked 2 anchored VWAP? What ground? I don't know what that means, but the VWAPs I'm using, if this is what you're asking, this is an overnight VWAP from the changeover of day, 6 p.m. Eastern. And this is just anchored to yesterday's 9:30 Eastern New York Open. You can just use like the TradingView drawing tool. If you see it up here, it's on like the left side here, like 5 down, volume based anchored VWAP. You can just manually place that yourself if you want. If that's what you're saying, if that's what you're asking. I'm pressing on free trial and it says I'm going to be charged now 97 USD. Did you click code first or not click it? Type it in. Let me sign out. Let me sign out. Huh? So I think what you have to do, I don't know why this is always such a pain in my ass too. You're not the only one. You have to put in your email and name first. So yes, it's going to say $97 over here. But then after payment details, there should be a place to add a coupon, discount code, whatever, and it'll go to 0. Wouldn't steer you wrong. And if for some reason it gets charged, just DM me or ask me on stream because it shouldn't. Got to update this. There's now 3 on there. Yeah, trading time is different. Yeah. So I have a couple YouTube videos on it, and it's in Futures 2.0, like I'm saying. If you want to view that, if you sign up for AceFX TV Day, you'll see all the. I just signed out for the sake of that question earlier, so I got to log back into stream. Key levels, VWAPs, VWAP break. But yeah, you'll see all the VWAPs, where to put them, what key levels, the VWAP break, the bounce. Any questions you got here, how to manage the trades. It's all in here, and there will be an update. And then there's also Austin's 101. And this is free. Whether you sign up for free or it's free, this is free. This is like if you've never traded futures, you don't even know how to read risk and what a contract size is and how to set up your trading view, So this is like for like level 1 traders. If you're fully new to futures, check it out. You don't got to do nothing. Start with an Ignite account, then you put promo code Evan. That is one step to getting you a payout. It gives you extra good luck. You get my presence and my support behind you. You know, it's like an arm on your shoulder. Anytime you guys think about taking the trade, you're like, "Hmm, would Evan take this? I did use his code after all, so it'd be disrespectful to chase this trade here. I'm not going to do it." And then I help you. There you go. There was like one markup that said like WWED or something like that. I'm like, the fuck is that? They're like, what would Evan do? Like they're asking themselves and thinking to themselves before they took the trade, what would Evan do? And you'll probably realize I wouldn't do what you're about to do, and you don't take the trade. But then sometimes you do. Sometimes it is what I would do, so you take the trade. We got 15 minutes until the open. Have a great Wednesday. Kind of just chilling up here. We're pinched in between these two VWAPs, but I do weigh more significance on this overnight below us. Even though there's not that much volume overnight, we're right back where we started. If we're above this, I'll keep on looking for longs. I would like to get above this to really love the longs, you know, full VWAP alignment back in our favor. But even if we come down to start and we're right at this overnight VWAP, I'm not going to just chase shorts. You have to see this higher low be taken out, and then I'll probably like some shorts, saying, okay, here's our lower high. Looked bullish. Here's our lower high. We might be on our way to making our next lower low because overnight was slightly bearish. Yesterday clearly was. So sellers have been more in control. So maybe this is just a short-term pullback for us to fall some more. Don't just get fully induced right back into the longs. They look good, but let's see what the open wants to do. Yesterday the shorts looked good, and then the open came in completely bullish before it wanted to fall. So that's why we don't rush. We'll let the opening range set. Take our time. Daniel says, hello, Evan. Can you help me where I should anchor overnight view up from the Portugal time? Fuck. I don't know. What time is it in Portugal? It's 2 p.m.? Okay. Is that correct, Daniel? Are you 5 hours ahead of me? Especially now with daylight savings. So 5 hours ahead of me. I try to not make my head explode here. You want the overnight VWAP. So it's at 6 p.m. So you want it at 11 p.m. your time. 11 p.m. And one thing that should work for anybody, no matter what time zone you're in, right click on your trading view, wherever, or go to the top right and go to your settings. Go to your settings, and then hopefully your settings pop up. Fucking hey, Daniel. What the hell? Where are the settings? I gotta help Daniel, guys. And it doesn't want to cooperate. What a piece of shit. What the hell? But I answered it. There you go. 11 p.m. Because it's at 6 p.m. Eastern. And so same thing. The New York opens at 9:30 my time. So it's going to be 2:15 your time. Or 2:30. Why the hell aren't the settings popping up, chat? I want to change the color of my candles or whatever. Yeah, just move to an easier time zone if you can't remember. That'll do it. All right, get rid of this chart. Get it out. I told you I have to restart my computer after this pre-market stream because this is being a bitch. Super chart. Is this even the right template? Fuck no, it's not. That's not it. So I use a futures template. Tech. Here we go. We're back. So let's see. Settings. Hey, settings. So settings, I think events. If you still care, Daniel, or anyone else, just because I know some of you guys don't know where I anchor these VWAPs. If you're not in Eastern time, go to your events under the settings. It's all the way at the bottom. And then do the second one down, session breaks. I can't zoom it in, but session breaks here. No matter what time zone you're in, it should do that vertical line here you see. It's very faint. You can make it darker. You can see I have it as dark. There's the line behind us now. I just don't want to see it too strongly. But that's a session break. So new day. So if you're confused on where to anchor the start of day VWAP, you can see that it's on every day. All these vertical lines. So that's where you should anchor it to. Whether it's 11 p.m. Portugal time or anywhere. Boom. There you go. And then we got 15 minutes to the open. We're coming back a little bit here. Like I said, Austin's going to probably go over on stream for sure. But I'll pull it up here real quick. He had a long this morning to get real close to payout. I think he's $50 away, he said on his tweet this morning. $50. Why wouldn't he just hold it longer? What a bitch. $50. But either way, it was long off this overnight VWAP. You know, sellers try to take it back, buyers defend it. Nice little long, good stop loss, giving it all that room below. So that's a clean one. It's a pre-market, so you got to give it some time. Low volatility, but good exit there. That was his long. It's the same idea we went over on NQ here. Longing it in here. But now, is this our lower high? Do we make lower lows? Or do we continue this above the overnight VWAP? Just trade the black line or the blue line, whatever your VWAP is. And it's Wednesday, so we should have Randy on stream today, actually. We got me, Austin, James, Randy. Zach will be on in the afternoon. Like I said, full schedule. We got the top one stuff. That's all good. Instant funded. Spoiler alert. Still my favorite account. Just because you get more drawdown and more payout. Yeah, bigger payout. Get rid of some of these tabs. Should we watch this? 35 seconds. Are we in this? No? Hey. All right. That's all right. We don't need audio, Luigi. Look at the Just look at the picture. Just imagine the hypest song you've ever heard, Luigi, you know? And then just insert it there. Yeah, I mean, I want to play like sometimes like music on stream, like background music, but it's pretty fucking hard in terms of like audio. You gotta like share like just a tab where you can see here. I swipe around, I'm sharing my entire screen. So when you share an entire screen, it doesn't share audio. You need to like just share that tab. And ain't nobody got time for all that switching. Do you know what is CMT certification? Country music? No, I don't. What's CMT? Daniel, do you know what it is? No, teach me. I don't know. I don't think so. CMT, that's a new one. Ordered some sound panels for my office because I don't know if you guys could hear it. It's still freaking echoey in here. Still very echoey. I mean, I'm gonna put a Christmas tree there in just a matter of days. Just a matter of days, chat. You can't keep me out of the game long. It's gonna go there. That's not a Christmas tree, but that'll do. But just to get some of this audio, fucking hell. I got everything you can need. I got pictures. I got a bookcase, rug. It's tough out here. Tough out here. So if we get some more pullback here in the next 10 minutes, I'm not going to just jump in right at the fucking open. But like I said, I like longs around 86, especially if it holds. If it gets there in like 3 minutes at the open, I'm not catching that falling knife. Let's see if it can slow there. Try to simplify things today. Just like yesterday, the ultimate trend didn't really come in until afternoon. Chartered market technician. No, to be able to trade on banks, hedge funds, etc. Okay. No, 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 no. It's the floor and ceiling. What about them? They are tall ceilings, but I got to put a rug on the ceiling. You're saying? Seems odd. It's the ceiling above where you speak. There's nothing there. There's nothing on the ceiling. Fuck. All right. So what do I do? Put egg baskets around your walls? What the fuck is that gonna do, Louis? What? What? I'm just gonna get sound panels, guys. I'm gonna make a recording studio for my next banger, my Christmas single. I don't know. Like, I'll go back to this. You can't even see the top of the bookcase. There's probably another like 4 feet above that bookcase. She keeps going. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chill out, chill out. So, need something. I'm just gonna get like sound panels up there. You'll never see them. You'll never see them. I didn't know my computer could flex that far. Fucking sick. So, slow start to the month, being that it's only the third day. But flat on Monday with all that grossness. And then we got a little battle yesterday. I don't know where the second trade is. Well, the first, I guess, technically. I mean, looking at this weekly, it's still. This is like one more thing I'll say on it. It's like it's tough to see now lower highs, right? And matched with lower lows now. That's definitely in a short term bearish trend. That is this the point where we flip it and turn back bullish with like the next few days, higher highs and higher lows? Could be. Who the hell knows? I would say this is, again, doesn't mean it has to be hard. I don't want to scare anybody, but like it's more difficult to try to call the bottom down here. Whereas if today's bullish and then we come in tomorrow and it continues bullish, we're now trading like the second day of continuation bullish rather than like we've been falling. Now let's go back bullish. A little bit tougher to time, because you might have said that yesterday, like we've been falling, let's go bullish. It's like, no, it wasn't done yet. So once we really start to turn back and create this again, heading back up here, it'll be easier to long it on its way back up. So we'll see if today wants to be that bullish day, or do we have our next lower high set in and we fall back down because it's very bearish in the last 5 days or so. So keep that in mind, all right? It's important that we're above this overnight view up in black, but not the end all be all. In that Ace Specs video you played, it showed the guest speakers of Chris Drysdale. Is that who the secret speaker is? No, it's a secret. He's not on there. But yes, Chris will be there. He will be there. But no, anyone that's on this website, it's not a secret. But yeah, Chris Drysdale, KV. KV was at our last event, but he didn't speak. He just showed up on the last day to hang out with us. He was just chilling. Randy this year, Zach, James, like I said, first time in America. Zach Arbucci, who's on stream with us, he'll be there. Tanner was there last year. Lawrence was there last year. I feel like there's like not secret. There's still 2 people like missing off of this that we know they're coming, and they're coming. Let me check the group chat. But maybe not. But yep. All right. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me pre-market. Like I said, if you go on my Twitter, my anywhere. You'll find my links. That for Twitter, if you want to join stream today, it's just ASFX TV. You can type it in yourself, or if you go to my link tree, takes you right there. So here we go. There you go. If you click on the link in my bio, like I said, puts code first in there for you automatically, so there's no fear. $0. You get your first month free. So literally zero excuse, unless you just fucking hate me or something. But it's free for the first month. It's not 3 days. It's not a week trial. First month. You'll be with us until December. So I'll be there right now. Austin's probably already fired it up. I got to sign back in because you guys made me sign out to check on this discount code. So I'll see you guys on there in just a minute. Let's have a great day. Reach out if you have any questions on Top 1 sale. Like I said, it's running until Monday on both account types. And I'll always keep updating you guys as that changes and things like that. But we'll go live again on Friday. We'll be live on ASFX TV the rest of today, tomorrow, and Friday as well. So Spectre, Luigi, Daniel, Talia, anyone that was tuning in pre-market, I appreciate you. We'll do it again on Friday. But hopefully I'll see you guys on ASFX TV if you have any more questions and you want to trade live with us today. Austin's going to be on. He probably fired it up already. So I'll see you guys on there, all right? Let's have a good one.